Okay. We're doing this. We are actually doing this. Oh, God, we are actually doing this. Oh, maybe I'll be lucky and there will be like a random lightning strike and my internet will go out and I don't have to do this. Oh, God, I would love that right now. Comcast, I never ask for much. I usually curse your name. For once, please don't be competent. I know that's very little to ask of you, but just this once, do what you normally do and suck. Please. Oh, God, that's probably one of the time I'll have the perfect connection. Of course it would be. Yeah, let's see if the stream's actually working. Oh, yay! It's actually working. Just what I wanted. All right. So, there's a lot of people here that get to watch my suffering. Oh, welcome to watching a grown man really get mad at just really stupid things. It's going to be fun. Oh, God. There's a lot of people here. Wow. Well, let's get started. I would have to edit out so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Airier, and today I'm going to be in pain. Not a Freudian slip. Very accurate. Today I am reading 50 Shades of Grey as a Patreon reward. Someone has donated at the correct amount to do that, and I really need to remove that. But they did it while I was up, and now I am obligated to do it because I said I would. If you haven't seen the previous ones, don't watch them. For the love of God, do not even by extent of someone else make me relive that in any way, shape, or form. Oh, God. Right now, this is chapter 3, and if you don't know the drill, basically, I'm going to be reading this. I'll be reading it out loud to prove that I'm actually doing it, because I would love to skip through it. Hell, I'm actually looking forward to the sex scenes, because since it's YouTube, I can't read them, so I can just skip all of them. Thank God for that. That said, the things I find most infuriating are in every paragraph. Every paragraph. Oh, this is... I should just probably title this thing, Airier Wants to Have a Heart Attack. Meh. Let's get started. If you enjoy this, do not, for the love of God, support me on Patreon at this amount. I will remove it. I need to remove... Why haven't I... Oh, yeah, because I'm lazy. Damn it! Foiled by my own vice. Alright, guys. Let's get started on chapter 3 of me having, if I'm lucky, a heart attack. Kate is ecstatic. But what he's doing at Clayton's, her curiosity oozes through the phone. Just going to ignore that phrasing. I'm in the depths of the stock room, trying to keep my voice casual. He was in the area. That's stupid. That is an incredibly stupid sentence. I think that is one huge coincidence, Anna. You don't think was there to see you? Yes, because of course billionaires randomly walk into hardware stores. I mean, that happens every... It's literally the 4th sentence. Don't do it yet. Just move on. It's a short-lived joy, the dull, disappointing reality. Is that he was there on business. Yes, of course he was. He was visiting the farming division of WSU. He's funding some research, I mutter. Oh yes, he's given the department $2.5 million grant. Wow, a billionaire giving away $2 million. That's never happened before. Wow. Seriously, a small donation from a billionaire. Just moving on. How do you know this? Anna, I'm a journalist. I've written a profile of this guy. It's my job to know... No, you're a high school... You're in a college level report. You're not a journalist. Oh. It's still the first page. Just move on. Okay, Carla Bernstein. Keep your hair on. So do you want these photos? Of course I do. The question is, who's going to do them and where? You can contact him. I have his cell number. Kate gasps. The richest, most elusive, most enigmatic bachelor in Washington State just gave you his cell phone number. Egads. Yes, Anna, he likes you. No doubt about it. Her tone is emphatic. Kate, he's just trying to be nice. Yes, the guy who you've established to be a fucking asshole, a narcissist, is trying to be nice. Of course you... Even as I say the words, I know they're not true. Welcome to everyone else, lady. Christian Grey doesn't do nice. He does polite, maybe. No, he doesn't. He hasn't done that yet. He has never done polite. He just does fucking assholery. A small, quiet voice whispers, perhaps Kate is right. My scalp prickles at the idea that maybe, just maybe, he might like me. God, your internal monologue is 12 years old. After all, he did say he was glad Kate didn't do the interview. I hug myself with quiet glee, rocking from side to side, entertaining the possibility he might like me. Kate brings me back to the now. Please, for the love of God, don't ever go back to the now. Just leave. Go into the past and forget you did this. Oh, I don't know who will get to do the shoot. Levi, our regular photographer, can't. He's home in Idaho Falls for the weekend. He'll be pissed that he blew an opportunity to photograph one of America's leading entrepreneurs. Why would he care? He's in college. Everything matters little. What about Jose? Great idea. You ask him. He'll do anything for you. Wow, lady. That's just a dick move and you're... Wow. Then call Gray and find out what he wants. He is irritatingly cavalier about Jose. I think you should call him. Who's Jose? Kate scoffs. No, Gray. Anna. Okay, just on a strict... I don't usually want to do this because I will do it nonstop, but this part right here, see how there's all this talk and no... It's unattached quotations, and you almost get the feeling that there's multiple people talking beyond the two you established, and it's just... It works in high-paced, quick-moving dialogue. But in this situation, you have so many names thrown around, along with a couple names outside of it, an interior, that you actually lose track of who is talking. And there's only two people, so that shouldn't happen. Because it bleeds into each other, because both of it have no characteristics to define who's talking. And moving on. Anna, you're the one with the relationship. Relationship, I squeak at her, my voice rising several octaves. I barely know the guy. At least you've met him, she says bitterly. Well, it's not like you literally forced this on her. And it looks like he wants to know you better. Anna, just call him. She snaps and hangs up. She is so bossy sometimes. I frown at myself, sticking my tongue out at it. I'm leaving a message for Jose when Paul enters the stockroom, looking for sandpaper. How the hell would she know that? Did she read his... You don't talk about what other people in a first-person narrative are thinking and doing when you would not have it. You know that they enter, you don't know what they're looking for because there's a lot of things in a stockroom unless you are explicitly a sandpaper store. That's just... The writer is one thing, because a writer can throw in things and just try and get it out. But whoever edited this needs to be shot in the foot. It's not worth being killed yet, but from what I've heard, give it time. But definitely just take a few pellet guns so it doesn't hurt too bad, but it's enough that every time they move, they feel it. They have to feel it. Oh no, I lost my place. Now I have to skip forward. So how come... You know Christian Grey. Paul's voice is unconvincingly nonchalant. Yes, because random stockroom employees know all the rich tycoons in some place they live. Yeah, that's completely... Ugh. I had to interview him for the student newspaper. Yeah, no, every time I hear it, it just sounds dumber. It just sounds dumber. Kate wasn't, well, I shrugged, trying to sound casual and doing no better than him. Page 3. Christian Grey in Clayton's, go figure. Paul snorts, amazed. He shakes his head as if to clear it away. Anyway, want to grab a drink or something this evening? Dude, you're just smart enough to pick up on one of the wealthiest men walking in, and that's weird, and yet you don't pick up that. You stupid. Whenever he's home, he asks me out on a date. And I always say no. It's a ritual. I never considered it a good idea to go on a date with the boss's brothers, and beside, Paul is cute in a wholesome, all-American boy-next-door kind of way, but he's no literary hero, not by any stretch of the imagination. Is Grey, my subconscious asked me, her eyebrow figuratively raised? Okay, so apparently her subconscious is a separate person that she's watching, and then she says, I slap her down. So you're personifying yourself inside yourself, and then you're assaulting yourself in a personification of yourself. Okay. There's a word for this. It's called stupid. Moving on. Don't you have a family dinner or something for your brother? That's tomorrow. Maybe some other time. Paul, I need to study tonight. I have my finals next week. But yes, the school that you apparently are doing so much with that you have talked nothing about except the fact that you did something for someone else. Anna, one of these days you'll say yes. He smiles and I escape to the store floor. Yeah. Oh, God. But I do places. Okay, I need to just clarify right now that this is actually how it starts right here. This is how I do places. Did she fuck the Eiffel Tower or something? Oh, come on, it had to be said. Anna, not people. Jose groans. Jose, please, I beg. I pace the living room of our apartment, clutching my cell and staring at the window and fading evening light. Give me that phone. Kate, oh, it's a girl talking. Kate grabs the handset from me, tossing her silken reddish blonde hair over her shoulders. Listen here, Jose Rodriguez. If you want our newspaper to cover the opening of your show, you'll do this shoot for us tomorrow. Capiche? It's a college paper. Nobody fucking cares. Kate can be awesomely tough. Or she could be doing a bad impersonation of a mobster. Good, Anna. We'll call you back with the location and call time. We'll see you tomorrow. She snaps my cell phone off. Did she just slap it and snap it in half or turn it off? Why would she do either? What? No, you hang up, not just. That's a lower level stupid than so far, but just. Oh, God damn. Just move on, just move on. Oh, God, move on and try and forget everything. Seriously, why am I not drinking for this? Oh, yeah, because I had the great idea to do this sober. Unfortunately, that's just water. I really regret that part right now. All right, sorted. All we need to do now is decide where and when. Call him. She holds the phone out. My stomach twists. Call Gray. No! Why they had an exclamation mark there, I don't know, but okay, let's go with it. I scowl at her and reach in my back pocket for his business card. I take a deep, steadying breath with shaking fingers. She took a breath with fingers? Because in the way that is... Just moving on, even though that is literally phrased in such a way that her fingers took a breath. I dial the number. He answered on the second ring. His tone is clipped, calm and cold. Gray. Mr. Gray, I'm Anastasia Steele. Still hate the name. I don't recognize my own voice. I'm so nervous. There's a brief pause. Inside, I'm quaking. Miss Steele, how nice to hear from you. His voice has changed. He's surprised. I think he sounds so warm, seductive even. Really? Gonna take your word for that one, lady. My breath hitches. I flush. And you get aroused very easily. I'm suddenly conscious of Catherine Kavanagh. Why does she have to say the full name? That is just weird. Okay. Staring at me, her mouth open, and I dart into the kitchen to avoid her unwanted scrutiny. Yeah? You heard 5 or 6 words, and now you're on the verge of just saying, I love you, do me. Just... It's times like these where I think Corpse Party would actually be the better option. I wish I was drunker for this. Why did I have to do this sober? Why? We'd like to go ahead with the photo shoot for the article. Breathe, Anna, breathe. My lungs drag in a hasty breath. Tomorrow, if that's okay. Where would be convenient for you, sir? I can almost hear his sphinx-like smile through the... The fuck does that even mean? Sphinx-like smile? Okay, 1, sphinxes don't smile. Look at every sphinx in Egypt. They don't smile. That is not what they do. Or are you talking about the sphinx cat? Because those things don't smile, they're cats. They're contractually obligated to be smug assholes who just glare at you knowing that you are technically in their place of superiority. Yes, their place of superiority. And by that, I mean in their presence or out of it. And they also don't smile. What does that even mean? How do you hear a smile that doesn't... Oh, I get it now. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's of course what it means. Still not the worst one, but... I'm already getting a headache from this. Son of a bitch. I'm staying at Heathman in Portland. Shall we say 9:30 tomorrow morning? Why 9:30? This is not actually a complaint with the book. I'm just I don't get people who set times to meet at the half hour. It doesn't make sense to me. Personal opinion, it's not actually a problem with the book on this one. I just don't get people who do that. I personally think they're all serial killers who are about to kill us, and they do that odd time just to fuck with everyone's schedule in advance. Personal opinion. That is backed up by facts that serial killers are fucked up. I'm not sure if that matters, but we're going to go with it. Okay, we'll see you there. I'm all gushing and breathy, like a child, not a grown woman who can vote and drink legally in the state of Washington. Why does any of that matter? Nothing you just said. You're a grown woman and you got to make sure people know that you're grown enough that you can vote and drink. Why would that even matter? That is literally the most nonsensical addition. You already told us that you are an idiot, that you're in college. We assume you're a grown woman and you're a stupid idiot because you are everything about you prior. And I'm literally just the first 35 pages in and I know that. And you're like, oh yes, oh, we're so glad you could vote. I mean, it would be terrible if you were old enough to drink but not old enough to vote, even though literally the first thing you mention happens at a later date, so we know you're over 21, but you're old enough to vote too, because, oh God, no, she's over 21. At least she's not over 18 as well, because that would be bad. Oh, wait, she is. Oh, it's all fine. Azure, this is worse. Twilight is not my favorite thing, but it's inoffensive. It has stupid parts. This is just bad. I'm not talking about the sex. I mean the actual quality of the literature used. And I use that word very sparingly here. It's just... I am a shitty writer. And I am pulling out problems with this that are obvious. Dear God, if you want to see someone actually have an aneurysm, take this to a literature professor and watch them read it. Just watch. The first chapter alone was probably one of the most rage-inducing metaphors I have ever seen. And honestly, this gives a bad name to fan fiction, because I have seen fan fiction that is amazing. This is like just... If Google wrote a book based entirely on the predictive software algorithms, I think it would have more sense. Gah. I'm just going to quickly check to see how far I need to go. Maybe I've gone farther than I think. Oh, this is not helping. 35 out of 48 pages. I'm going to have a heart attack doing this. I'm not sure that's a bad end. Okay. I'm saying... Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm all okay, I said that. And I look forward to it, Miss Steele. I visualize the wicked gleam in his eyes. How can he make 7 little words hold so much tantalizing promise? Because you're an idiot. That's why. You're a fucking idiot. Kate is in the kitchen, and she's staring at me with a complete and utter consternation on her face. Anastasia Rose Steele. Oh, because now they're going to an even fuller name, because God knows that middle name helps so much when you're not her mother. You like him. I've never seen or heard you so affected by anyone. You're actually blushing, yes, because, oh my God, a rich white man who apparently has lots of money has shown literally no interest in you except the fact that he stalks you. Seriously, lady, this is not interest. This is the kind of time where you contact the police and make sure you have pepper spray, a taser, and maybe a pair of handcuffs. The handcuffs are mostly so that whenever he tries to go into the rough play immediately, you go and punch him with them around your hand. It's like, oh, you play rough. Yes, now you did. Yeah. Not sure it'll work, but it sounds interesting. I'm going to go with this one. Flying llama, you have to leave now? Oh, I am so jealous of you, you lucky. Fungal? No, this is you're completely right. It's really not. Oh, God. Just move on. I got a lot more to go through. 13 pages. Oh, God. Oh, Kate, you know I blush all the time. It's an occupational hazard with me. How is blushing an occupational hazard? Unless you're a professional dick pic watcher, this is literally nothing to do with... journalism is not prone to blushing. In fact, the entire thing is based on the concept that you're going to see everything. That's literally why. What part of not being a journalist? Because you're not, she is. You don't even. You're not even a journalist. You work in a hardware store. How is that an occupational hazard? Your occupation has nothing to do with blushing. God, I wish this was not something watery right now. I wish this was just stronger. Azure, you're not the only one. Oh, God. I'm rooting for the heart attack right now. Heathman, that figures, mutters Kate. I'll give the manager a call and negotiate a space for the shoot. Wait, they set up a time to meet him without actually getting the place ready to do it? That just seems stupid. Oh, God, Gilmore, you did that? Oh, God. I'll make supper. Then I need to study. I cannot hide my irritation with her as I open one of the cupboards to make supper. I'm sure there's a way to do that. It just seems a weird way to phrase that. I am restless that night, tossing and turning, dreaming of smoky gray eyes, coveralls, long legs, long fingers, and dark, unexplored places. Is she talking about Gray or a hillbilly in a cave? Just gonna run with that one. I wake in the night. I wake twice in the night, my heart pounding. Oh, I'm going to look great tomorrow with so little sleep. I scold myself. I punch my pillow and try to settle. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't care. He seems rapey enough. The Heathman is nestled in the heart of downtown Portland. Its impressive brownstone edifice was completed just in time for the crash of the late 1920s. And yet you say so much about so little. Or so little about so much. It's honestly hard to understand the words right now. I'm not pineapple enough to understand this. Jose, Travis, and I are traveling in my Beetle. And Kate in her CLK. I'm so glad I knew their method of transportation. Wow, without knowing that, this book would never have made sense. It really ties everything together. Since we can't all fit in my car, Travis is Jose's friend and gopher. I know that's a phrase, I just think it's silly. Here to help out with the lighting. Kate has managed to acquire the use of a room at the Heathman, free of charge. Yes, okay. For the morning exchange for a credit in the article. Just take a note of what kind of book this is. If you're not reading something else into that, you're not the only one. An over-keen marketing executive shows us up to the suite. You got a suite for free. Oh, dear God, lady, what the hell did you do to them? He's terribly young and nervous for some reason. Ooh. I suspect Kate's beauty and commanding manner disarms him. Because he's putty in her hands. They're really not helping that. Just moving on. Just moving on. Just moving on. The rooms are elegant, understated, and opulently furnished. And you got it for free. Oh, God. And yeah, Shadow, I am considering removing this donation amount after the stream. So, yeah. Oh, thank God, I'll never have to do this again. I will have a video of this burning, though. That will be a thing. It's 9. We have half an hour to set up. Kate is in full flow. And literally none of that is either descriptive, tells us anything about the situation, or matters to the story in the slightest, because this is not time sensitive. Jose, I think, will shoot against that wall. Do you agree? She doesn't wait for a reply. Travis, clear the chairs. Anna, could you ask housekeeping to bring up some refreshments? Yes, because they definitely want to bring food to the people in the student newspaper in a free suite that's in the middle of a major city. I'm just going to keep doing this right now because of that. Zach, if this video hasn't been demonetized, that's fine. Maybe I can use that as an excuse never to do this again. In fact, I would love that right now. I'm going to check because maybe if I'm lucky, very, very lucky, I could say that it's been blocked and I can stop. Please let it be blocked. Please let it be blocked. I'm just going to check right now and... God, it's still not blocked. Damn it. YouTube, if you ever want to take down a video for a bullshit reason, now's the time. Alright, where are we at? Oh no, I lost my place. I get to skip ahead. Yes, mistress. Oh, crap, I found where I was at. She is so domineering. I roll my eyes, but do as I'm told. Half an hour later, Christian Grey walks into our suite. So literally, this entire section... I just need to show it right now. This entire section, this right here, all of that he just said, literally counted to, they got there and they set up. They got there early and they set up. I literally just summarized that in exactly as much detail as they gave us. They literally just used a couple paragraphs to say they got there early and they set up with a free room that she completely didn't whore herself out to get because the student newspaper is so damn influential. And even that bullshit reasoning is still more concise and gets to the point faster. In writing, one of the things you should know is if you can say the exact amount of information with less words, chances are it's better to use less words because you're just adding extra words. Unless it's poetry and you're just trying to be needlessly flowery, it's a terrible idea. And even then, I would also say it is. But needlessly going out of your way to add paragraphs to just make it longer is a terrible idea because it's stupid. It adds nothing. It does nothing for a plot. But then again, this is not... Oh, this is why I wish I was drunk right now. I'm unfortunately sober. I think that is the challenge here. This is the try to stay sober challenge, and unfortunately I will win because I don't have any booze. Yay me. Holy crap, he's wearing a white shirt. It's so bad I find it funny. Oh my God, a white shirt! Oh, wow, how would she ever deal with something like that? Oh my God, I mean, actually say it has a open at the collar. A white shirt, open at the collar. Just moving on. And gray flannel pants that hang from his hips. Congratulations, he looks like every old man in a nursing home ever. Apparently we know her type. Geriatric. His unruly hair is still damp from a shower. My mouth goes dry looking at him. He's so freaking hot. No, he's just too lazy to dry his hair. Which I've done plenty of times, so it's not like it... Gray is followed in the suite by a man in his mid-30s, all buzz-cut and stubble and sharp dark suit and tie, who stands silently in the corner. His hazel eyes watch us impassively. A bit of my faith in humanity is just dying right now. Miss Steele, we meet again. Gray sends his hand, and I shake it, blinking rapidly. Oh my! He really is quite rich. Yes, we figured. As I touch his hand, I'm aware of that delicious current running right through me. Yes, it's called money. Lighting me up. Money. Making me blush. Money. And I'm sure my erratic breathing must be audible. Money. Seriously, love. She is literally the dumbest. She's attracted to geriatric old people with money, except this guy just happens to be young and she's losing it. And apparently everyone wants to... It's like a harem protagonist if harem protagonists were more developed. And by that, I mean they wrote an entire book about them, and yet somehow... the generic harem protagonist actually would probably be better here. Joey, not gonna lie, if that happened right now, I would consider that a mercy. Miss Gray, this is Catherine Kavanaugh. Because you definitely need to say her full goddamn alliterative name every time you talk about her, even in your own internal monologue. You don't even have a nickname for her, seriously. I mutter, waving a hand towards Kate. Oh, nope, there's the nickname. Meh, that is actually the plan. That is actually the plan. I mutter, waving a hand towards Kate, who comes forward, looking him squarely in the eye. And already we completely understand why he likes her and not this girl. Because this girl has her act together, even though she's a lazy schlub, but also very commandeering and aggressive. And the girl who's the main character is literally nothing. She is nothing but putty in his hands, and she's a plaything. That's even I know that's all she is. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's a love story. It's like, ugh. And it's even the sex stuff I don't even bother because I haven't got there yet. It's just the writing. The tenacious Miss Kavanaugh. How do you do? He gives her a smile, looking genuinely amused. Yes, because saying hi to people is so damn funny. I trust you're feeling better. Anastasia said you were unwell last week. I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Gray. She shakes his hand firmly, without batting an eyelid. Yes, because you definitely want to hold people there and then just stare at them without blinking. It's a small thing, but literally that is creepy as fuck. Like, seriously, have you ever gone up to someone to shake their hand looking them in the eye and don't blink? I realize what that motion looks like. Yep, just moving on. Okay, I lost my track. I guess I have to skip forward. Thank you for taking the time to do this. She gives him a polite, professional smile. It's a pleasure, he answers, turning his gaze on me. And I flush again. Damn it. This is Jose Rodriguez. Oh, no, this is her speaking. God knows, I love how they always make sure you know exactly who's speaking when they start speaking. Because they're so easy to tell. They have such distinct personalities that just come through in every damn word, so you cannot confuse it whenever they go into a long string of unattributed dialogue that has literally no way for you to possibly do that. If they did that, though, that would really suck if they did that. Yeah. I say, grinning at Jose, who smiles with affection back at me. His eyes cool when he looks from me to Gray. Yes, God, Mr. Gray, he nods. Mr. Rodriguez, Carrier's expression changes too as he appraises Jose. Where would you like me? Gray asks him. His tone sounds vaguely threatening. Yes, because asking someone a question is always Moving on. But Catherine is not about to let Jose run the show. Mr. Gray, if you can sit here, please. Be careful of the lighting cables, and then we'll do a few standing, too. She directs him to a chair and sit up against the wall. College newspaper. Travis switches on the lights, momentarily blinding Gray, and mutters an apology. How would you know he's blinded? You're obviously reading his mind. Okay, well, apparently this is why she was so interesting to him. Apparently she can read his mind. And will I point out that he has apparently had no thoughts? No, it just makes sense. Joseph, I wish I could do that myself right now. Travis switches on the lights momentarily. Oh, are you at that? And then Travis and I stand back and watch as Jose proceeds to snap away. He takes several photographs. Hand. Next page. Held. Asking Gray to turn this way, that way, then that. To move his arm, then to put it down again. Moving the tripod. Jose takes several more while Gray sits and poses. Patiently and naturally. For about 20 minutes, my wishes come true. I can stand and admire Mr. Gray from not so afar. I would like to sum up literally everything that just happened. They took pictures like they said they would, and she was being a perv about it. Enough sitting. Catherine wades in. Oh, this is her speaking. Oh, God, I knew that one. Standing, Mr. Gray, she asks. Why is she asking him to stand? Is she asking if he's standing? Because she could probably see him. Is Catherine blind? Did we never realize this? Well, that would make her character equally as boring. He stands and Travis scurries to remove the chair. The shutter is on Jose's Nikon. Huh. They actually use the real brand. I feel sorry for Nikon being involved in this. They have my sympathy. And starts clicking again. I think we have enough, Jose announces 5 minutes later. Great, says Kate. Thank you again, Mr. Gray. Wow, that was completely useless because nothing has happened. Except that he looked at her, she looked at him, their eyes met. And then the one camera guy who we know nothing about is apparently jealous and he's jealous of him. But we don't know why or how or why they're interested in her other than main character. Even the plot isn't making her interesting. It's literally just they are interested in her because I said so, and the plot makes her the least interesting person in the room because the side character is already taking over the show. The main character is being out-main charactered by a sub. That's not even a side character. It's literally someone we know is going to just be put on a bus and ignored. I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll be important later on. But that would take away from how amazing she is. Because she's explicitly not. Yeah. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. I just gotta double check how close I am. 10 more pages. Moving on. Holy hell, what is this about? Oh, no, wait. Sure, I say, completely thrown. I glance anxiously at Kate, who shrugs me. I notice Jose is coming behind. Good day to you all, Grace says as he opens the door, standing to allow me out first. Holy hell, what is this about? What does he want? I pause in the hotel corridor, fidgeting nervously as Gray emerges from the room, followed by Mr. Buzzcut in his sharp suit. So are you literally calling him Mr. Buzzcut in his sharp suit? Or is the fact that he's in a sharp suit so memorable about his personality, besides his hair, which you needed to capitalize, that it's just something you're going to... Oh. Okay, just moving on. I'll call you Taylor, he murmurs to Buzzcut. So he doesn't know Taylor's name, he's just deciding to call him that? Okay, I'm going to call you Frank today. Now, tomorrow you're Ted. And now you're going to be late for lunch. Yes, I'm actually calling you late for lunch. Hey, late for lunch. Get my car. Late for lunch. You're now late for dinner. Haha, yes. I'm changing your name this time, but you don't really know. He remembers to buzz cut. Taylor wanders back. Oh, it's actually his name. Okay, let's just go with that. Taylor wanders back down to the corridor, and Gray turns his burning gray gaze to me. Crap, I have done something wrong. Oh, yes, you. How dare you not do literally anything? I know I say that sarcastically, but on a strict writing note, how dare the main character literally do nothing? My heart slams into my mouth. A date? Oh, well, I was wondering if you would join me for coffee this morning. A date? Christian Grey is asking me a date. He's asking me if you want coffee. Maybe he thinks you haven't woken up yet. Oh, he's not the only one thinking that, if that was the case. My subconscious whines at me in a sneering mood again. I clear my throat, trying to control my nerves. She's not the only one trying to control them. I have to drive everyone home. I remember apologetically twisting my hands and fingers in front of me. Taylor, he calls, making me jump. Taylor, who had been retreating out the corridor, turns and heads back towards us. Are they based at the university? Gray asks, his voice soft and inquiring. I nod, too stunned to speak. Taylor can take them. He's my driver. We have a large 4x4 here. I think that's a type of car, but all I'm honest with right now, when it says we have a large 4x4, apparently they just flew a piece of wood there. Okay. Mr. Gray, Taylor asks when he reaches us, giving us nothing away. Please, can you drive the photographer, his assistants, and Miss Kavanaugh back home? Certainly, Taylor implies. There, now you can join me for coffee. Gray smiles if it's a done deal. I frown. Mr. Gray, this really... Look, Taylor doesn't have to drive them home. I flash a brief look at Taylor, who remains stoically impassive. Yes, his most defining characteristic is acting exactly as you are described. I'll swap vehicles with Kate if you give me a moment. Why would they need to swap vehicles? You're still the person driving. It just... I got 10 more pages of this. 10. Fuck me. Specifically with a bullet through my face right now, it would be less painful. Dazzling, unnatural, all teeth showing. Okay, I just want to go over this sentence right now. Gray smiles a dazzling, unguarded, natural, all teeth showing glorious smile. Okay, I would like to point out how that is worded. All teeth showing. See, that's not just these teeth. That's these teeth and these teeth. To do this, he literally had to smile so wide that the extent of his jaw is exposed. This is not... the act of doing this is a form of self-mutilation in how they describe it. Like, literally, you peel off the sides of your cheeks to see these back teeth. You cannot pull your cheek back enough to see them without, doing physical harm to yourself. This is why doctors and dentists, when they need to deal with this area, have mirrors that they stick in your mouth because you cannot see them. This is a full wide smile. Natural and unassuming. So apparently, though, he's a snake because he can open his mouth so damn wide that all of his jaw seems to pop out. Sure, let's go with this one. Oh my. Definitely a good reaction there. He opens the door of the suite so I can go in. I scoot around him and ran out of the room, finding Catherine. Oh, she didn't say her last name for once. What a surprise. In deep discussion with Jose. Anna, I think he definitely likes you, she says with no preamble whatsoever. Jose glares at me with disapproval. Yes, because the main character is already main charactering. And now someone else is like, oh, I'm a love rival, who will probably never be in this thing again until it demands the plot has it. But I don't trust him, she adds. I raise up my hand and hope she'll stop talking by miracles. She does. Oh, I wish I just raised my hand and the book would disappear right now. That would be beautiful. Kate, if you take Wanda, I can take your car. Who's Wanda? Did they just invent a character? I think they just defended the character. Huh. Or did she name her car? That is weird. People who do that are weird. I am afraid of them. Joey, I truly wish 50 Shades of Grey was a dog reading a map of the United States. That would be awesome. I would love reading that, and it's amazing because it would be not this book. Why? Christian Grey has asked me to go for coffee with him. Her mouth pops open. Sure, it's a stupid phrase, but it's not as bad. Speechless Kate! Just know my pain. This right here. Speechless Kate is literally just exclamation mark. It's internal narration just thrown in. It's not even a bad way to do it. It's just... it's just so stupid. Why? I savor the moment. She grabs me by the arm and drags me to the bedroom. Oh my! I didn't realize it was that kind of book. It's improving already. That's off the living area of the suite. I'm so glad I got to know exactly where the bedroom in relation to the suite are. Anna, there's something about him. Her tone is full of warmth. He's gorgeous, I agree, but I think he's dangerous, especially for someone like you. You mean personality of a dead squirrel? Yeah. What? Doug, no. No, God, Doug, no, no. I'm checking that now. Don't you dare be right. No. Oh, thank God. Okay, Doug just said in the chat that someone else had donated to make me do this again. What do you mean someone like me, I demand? An innocent like you. You know what I mean, she says, a little irritated. I flush. Yeah, she's so imitated. Yes, that's exactly how she is. Kate, it's just coffee. I'm starting my exams this week, and I need to study, so I won't be long. Yes, you're studying so much is why you're literally doing everything for her, except studying. She purses her lips, as if considering my request. Finally, she fishes her car keys out of the pocket and hands them to me. I hand her mine. Why do they need to switch cars? It really makes no sense. You should just give her the fucking keys, because apparently neither one of the cars was big enough because you had to go in two. That's the point of having two. Or, you know, the driver was driving them home. They have a car. Why weren't you using his? I have many regrets in my life. This is one of them. I'll see you later, don't be long, or I'll send out a search and rescue. Thanks, I hug her. I emerge from the suite to find Christian Grey waiting, leaning up against the wall, looking like a male model in a pose for some glossy high-end magazine, as opposed to a absurdly rich billionaire humoring a bunch of idiotic school reporters with a low-budget snapshot shoot that they probably got because someone decided to offer favors. And I won't say which, because I will probably just... Okay, let's do coffee. I know that is actually normal turn of phrase, but considering how this book goes, I'm not the only one picturing it a different way. That poor coffee cup. 2 people, 1 cup. I'm flashing a beet red. He grins. After you, Miss Steele. He stands up straight, holding his hand out for me to go first. I make my way to the corridor, my knees shaky, my stomach full of butterflies, and my heart in my mouth thumping, a dramatic, uneven beat. I am going to have coffee with Christian Grey, and I hate coffee. Oh, God, you monster! You know what, there's a lot of things I can forgive, but that's just unforgivable. No, bad person whose name I already forgot. No, bad. Truly, you are the monster of this novel. Oh God, I just referred to this as a novel. Ugh. We walk down the wide hotel corridor to the elevators. What should I say to him? My mind puzzled, paralyzed with apprehension. Suddenly paralyzed. Whatever. What are we going to talk about? What on earth do I have in common with him? You're naive. You're pretty stupid. You do everything people say, And he's a powerful, rich man who literally knows he has complete power over you already because you've made it abundantly clear. What would he possibly want? How long have you known Catherine Kavanagh? Again with the full names. Oh, an easy question for starters. Since our freshman year, she's a good friend. He replies noncommittally. What is he thinking? How much money do I need to pay her to let this thing just go down already? Ugh. That's exactly what I'm thinking, yeah. At the elevator, he presses the call button. Oh, I'm so glad I needed to know he pressed a button for an elevator. The bell rings almost immediately. That's because... The doors slide open, revealing a young couple in a passionate embrace inside. Surprised and embarrassed, they jump apart, staring guiltily in every direction but ours. But Gray and I step into the elevator. This is literally nonsense and has absolutely no bearing on any plot. I think I'm seeing a pattern developing. I am struggling to maintain a straight face as I gaze at the floor, feeling my cheek turn pink. When I peek up at Gray through my lashes, he has a hint of a smile on his lips, but it's very hard to tell because you're probably imagining it because you literally are an idiot. The young couple say nothing, and we travel down to the first floor in embarrassed silence. We don't even have bland elevator music to distract us. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing. The door opens, and much to my surprise, Gray takes my hands, clasping it with his long, cool fingers. Seriously, what is with her and the salad finger fetish? It is creepy. I feel the current run through me, and my already rapid heartbeat accelerates. As he leads me out of the elevator, I can hear the suppressed giggles of the couple erupting behind us. Gray grins. Oh, God, yes, because the couple making out in the elevator and is so embarrassed to get caught are immediately going to giggle like schoolgirls like, oh, my God, they're holding hands. Outside, it's a mild May Sunday. The sun is shining and the traffic is light. Gray turns left and strolls to the corner where we wait for the crosswalk to change. He's holding my hand. I'm at the street, and Christian Gray is holding my hand. Yes, you just mentioned this already in literally the previous sentence. You do not need to go into internal dialogue. And why? Why is your internal narration now italicized? Like this. It's italicized now. But in all the other times, it's like, okay, now we're going to have internal narration italicized. Now we're not. Now we are. Now we're not. Make up your fucking mind. It doesn't matter either way, but just decide on one and stick to it as a form of having good form. Why? Just... Are you going to start punctuating all your sentences with commas? Maybe just have a semicolon act as an apostrophe now. Sure, it make about as much sense. I mean, if you stick to it the entire book, it makes sense, but you change it every other page, literally by the sentence. No one has ever held my hand. Oh my fucking God, are you serious? She is, I feel giddy, I tingle all over. I attempt to smother the ridiculous grin that threatens to split my face in two. Try to be cool, Anna, and my subconscious implores me. The green man appears and we're off again. The green man? What kind of crosswalks do they have where it's green? Lights are green. The symbol is usually white. It's the only one that's constant is... I'm just going to ignore this one. Maybe they have green men there. Little green men in the crosswalk. Sure, let's go with this one. It's less weird. But oh my God, she's literally losing her cool over holding hands by a man literally dragging her around without... If I get a nervous nosebleed due to sheer frustration, I'm using that as an excuse to stop. So right now I'm rooting for the nosebleed. We walk 4 blocks to reach the Portland Coffee House, where Gray releases me to hold the door open so I can step inside. Why don't you choose a table where I get the drinks? What would you like? He asks, polite as ever. I'll have English breakfast tea. Bag out. You monster. You're taking the bag out of the tea? This isn't actually an issue with the writing. This is actually perfectly fine how it's set up. But truly, I am realizing she is a monstrous human being. She doesn't like coffee, and she removes the bag from English tea? Oh, what's she going to do next? Add honey with no milk? Monstrous, I say. He raises his eyebrow. No coffee? I'm not keen on coffee. He smiles. Okay, bag out tea. Sugar? For a moment, I'm stunned, and I think it's an endearment, but unfortunately my subconscious kicks in with pursed lips. No, stupid. Do you take sugar? Why wouldn't he be talking about that? There's literally no reason for that last paragraph. Of course he'd be talking. There's literally nothing else you would talk about. The logical conclusion to talking about tea is how you would like it, when you were already talking about how you would like it. No, thanks. I stare down at my knotted fingers. Anything to eat? Oh, that was him speaking. Anything to eat? No, thank you. I shake my head, and he heads to the counter. I surreptitiously gaze at him from behind my lashes. How fucking long are they that when she doesn't close her eyes, they cover her eyes? And also, how is that not a birth defect? As he stands in line waiting to be served, I could watch him all day. Oh my God, you are very creepy. He's tall, broad-shouldered, and slim. So he's literally built like a triangle. Okay. And the way those pants hang from his hips. Oh my. They're plain gray slacks. She's literally just fantasizing about geriatric chic. Oh God, I'm actually getting a headache from this. Okay, almost there. Penny, for your thoughts, Gray is back, startling me. I go crimson. I was thinking of maybe running my fingers through your hair and wondering how it feels good to touch. Okay, I'm glad you said that in your head this time. Maybe, because who knows, maybe you decided to think that italicized words are thoughts and also dialogue at the same time. I shake my head. He's carrying a tray. I'm glad that had to be covered that he has a tray, which he sets down on the small, round, birch veneer table. You have literally now said more to describe the table than the place they are at. He hands me a cup and saucer, a small teapot. They gave him a fucking full teapot? Okay, 1, I want to go to this place now because that's awesome. 2, that's actually just awesome. Also, that means they left the bag in. Fuck yeah. You do not take bags of tea out of tea. It makes it weak and pathetic. Some people like it that way. They are monsters and they are wrong. Fight me. He has a coffee that bears a wonderful leaf pattern imprinted in the milk. How do they do that? They pour the milk in, and then while it's near the end, as they start to pull up, they move forward. That's it. That's how they do that. It's simple. You could watch them do it. Or try it. I could have been doing something simple right now. Like shooting myself in the face. That would be nicer. I'd enjoy it more. It'd be less painful. He bought himself a blueberry muffin, putting the tray aside. He sits opposite me and crosses his long legs. He's so comfortable, so at ease with his body, I envy him. Here's me all gawky and uncoordinated, barely able to get from A to B without falling flat on my face. Lady, I don't think it's your coordination that's the problem. I think it's because you're a fucking idiot. Hate boner. If that's a thing, it's going to happen. Ugh. Your thought, he prompts me. Very few and very far between. This is my favorite tea. My voice is quiet, breathy. I simply can't believe I'm sitting opposite Christian Grey in a coffee shop in Portland. He frowns. I know. He knows I'm hiding something. I pop the tea bag into the teapot and almost immediately fish it out again with my teaspoon. As I place the used tea bag back on the side plate, he cocks his head and gazes at me quizzically. Did she just rip open the tea bag, dump it in, and then fish out the grounds? Or did she really get tea that was so weak she put it in, dipped it in once, took it out, and now it's strong enough for her? Lady, that's not tea. That's just hot water with coloring. That's not tea. Oh my God. It's not even sugar water from what I've seen. So why the fuck would he ask about that if he's not going to... Also, there's a teapot, and you have a tea bag in a teapot, but cups, and you put... Moving on. I like my tea black and weak. That's not tea. That's not tea. That's really not tea. This is actually not a problem with the writing. This is just a problem with her character right now. That's not tea. I see. Is he your boyfriend? Oh, I must have skipped something. Oh, no, this is Gray speaking. Is he your boyfriend? Whoa, what? Who? The photographer, Jose Rodriguez. Seriously, what is with the full names? That is weird. It's like, hello, here is my girlfriend, Pretty Guardian. That's not her full name. That sounds normal. I laugh, nervous but curious. Okay, I'm just going to go with that one. What gave him that impression? Because he was eyeing you the entire time. You even read that in one of the few descriptive lines of him. No, Jose's a good friend of mine, who you completely string along and apparently ask favors of, knowing you're never going to do anything, and he's still an idiot who goes with it. Why, anyone likes you? Oh, good. Why do you think he was my boyfriend? The way you smiled at him and he at you. Oh my God, it's almost as bad as it's scandalous if they were holding hands. His gaze, holding mine. He's so unnerving. I want to look away, but I'm caught, spellbound. Check the tea, lady. He's more like family. Okay, are we going regular family or creepy anime family? Because there's a big difference there. I whisper. Gray nods, seemingly satisfied with my response, and glances down at his blueberry muffin. His long, seriously, what is with this finger fetish? Deftly peel back the paper, and I watch, fascinated. Do you want some? He asks. And the amused secret smile is back. Oh, God, he's definitely referencing his fingers. No thanks. I frown and stare down at my hands again. Seriously, this is... And boy, I met yesterday at the store. He's not your boyfriend. No, Paul's just a friend. I told you yesterday. Oh, this is getting silly. Why do you ask? You seem nervous around men. Holy crap, that's personal. I'm just nervous around you, Gray. I find you intimidating. I flush scarlet, but mentally pat myself on the back for my candor and gaze at my hands again. I hear the sharp intake of a breath. You should find me intimidating. He nods. You're very honest. Please don't look down. I like to see your face. There is so many things I could say to that. So many things I could say to that. I'm not going to because I have standards. They're being very, very tested right now. It gives me some sort of clue what you might be thinking. He breathes. You're a mystery, Miss Steele. No, she's really not. She is an incredibly shallow, dry pond. There is nothing there. A mirage has more depth and water in it. Am I? Wow. How am I imagining that? Because apparently he has a weak spot for stupid idiots. This is bewildering. Me? Self-contained? No way. Except when you blush, of course, which is often. I wish I knew what you were blushing about. Oh my God, you are either stupid or playing her along. I'm going with playing her along, but I'm starting to lean towards stupid on everything. He pops a small piece of muffin into his mouth and starts to chew it slowly, not taking his eyes off me. As if on cue, I blush. Crap! She blushes crap. Okay. I know it's completely different things, and you're now going back to italicized words as internal thought, but the way you have that structured is apparently she has a very brown blush. Let's see, I'm on page 44, and I have to go to 48. Not much more, but too many. I didn't realize. Have I offended you? He sounds surprised. No, I answered truthfully. Good. but you're very high-handed. He raises his eyebrows, if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm not, flushes slightly. Why? I'm used to getting my own way, Anastasia, he murmurs. In all things. I don't doubt it. Why haven't you asked me to call you by your first name? I'm surprised by my audacity. Yeah, because you've literally shown no spine ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were born bent into a pretzel because you didn't have one and had to implant something surgically and it didn't take. Also, Tilt, I am trying to speed read this, and my sheer frustration, annoyance, and rage is keeping me from doing it. The only people who use my given name are my family and a few close friends. Oh, he has friends. What a surprise. That's the way I like it. Oh, he still hasn't said call me Christian. He is a control freak. What a surprise. There's no other explanation. A part of me is thinking maybe I would have been better if Kate had interviewed him. Probably. Two control freaks together. Plus, of course, she's almost blonde. Well, sharply blonde, like all the women in his office. And she's beautiful, my subconscious reminds me. I don't like the idea of Christian and Kate. I take a sip of my tea and Gray eats another small piece of his muffin. Are you an only child? He asks. Okay, if the next thing he asks is, are her parents dead? And do you have any close friends who would miss you? I'm going to say right now, this is literally the setup for the abductee manual. Whoa, he keeps changing direction. Yes. Tell me about your parents. I made that as a joke, but now I'm wondering. Why does he want to know this? It's so dull and rapey. My mom lives in Georgia with her new husband, Bob. My stepdad lives in Montesano. Montesano? I never heard of it. Your father? My father died when I was a baby. I'm sorry, he mutters. A fleeting, troubled look crosses his face. I don't remember him. Your mother remarried? I snort. You could say that. You called him your new husband. That usually implies marriage. Sure. And I guess, like, so you're legally an idiot? You could say that. Yes, I will. Because you are. If you had a neck, you would strangle yourself with your own non-existent lack of a spine. He frowns at me. You're not giving much away, are you? There's not much to give away. Again, she's a very shallow, dry puddle. Rubbing his chin as if in deep thought. Neither are you. You interviewed me once already, and I can recollect some quite probing questions then. Really, I can't. I forgot everything about it because it was boring. He smirks at me. Holy shit! He's remembering the gay question again. Once again, I'm mortified. In years to come, I know I'll need intensive therapy. Oh dear. This is not years to come. This is right now. You need this right now. Do not feel this embarrassed every time I recall this moment. I start babbling about my mother. Anything to block that memory. My mom was wonderful. She's an incurable romantic. She's currently on her 4th husband. Okay. That's not a romantic, lady. There's another word for that. And depending on what their previous states are, after she's finished with them, does change it. Are they living still? Christian raises his eyebrows in surprise. I miss her, I continue. She has Bob now. I just hope he can keep an eye on her and pick up the pieces when her harebrained schemes don't go as planned. Oh, so the stupidity is unfortunately genetic. I smile fondly. I haven't seen my mom for so long. This is like missing someone's drunken outbursts. It doesn't make sense. It's like, remember that time he got really drunk and stabbed me with the butter knife, but it was so dull. He had to really work it around and I got gangrene. Those were good days. No! 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 Do you get along with your stepfather? Of course, I grew up with him. He's the only father I know. Well, minus the other 3. And he's like, Ray? He's taciturn. That's it? I shrug. Does this man expect my life story? Yeah, not much there, apparently. Taciturn like his stepdaughter. Gray prompts. You are not taciturn, lady. How are you calling her taciturn? This is not taciturn. This is literally anything but taciturn. That is the word that describes her least. I refrain from rolling my eyes at him. He's like soccer. European soccer especially, and bowling. Moving on. And fly fishing and making furniture. He's a carpenter, ex-army. I sigh. You live with him? Yes. My mom met husband number 3 when I was 15. I stayed with Ray. And you miss this lady? He frowns as if he doesn't understand. You're not the only one, dude. I'm actually feeling sorry for Christian Grey right now. What the hell is he getting himself into? That poor bastard has no idea. You didn't want to live with your mom, he asks. This is really none of his business, and it's no one's care. Husband number 3 lived in Texas. My home was in Montesano. Okay, I would just like to point out right now, when you're talking about home being in a different state, normally you then reference your home is in the state you're in, as opposed to the town that you probably made up, unless you didn't. I don't know. Unless, who knows, maybe they're on the Monsanto plan and they're just misspelling it because they live on a pesticide-infested acreage of nothingness. I don't know. I'm just going to run with this one. Okay, one, Hakaru, I will like to stop you there. This is not socially acceptable porn. Porn is not to be nearly as bad as this. Yeah, the plotting is usually better in the sense that they know it's bad and they don't do this. God. Husband number 3. Okay, all right, got that one. Where is Greg going with this? This is none of his business. 2 could play at this game. Tell me about your parents, asks. He shrugs. My dad's a lawyer. My mom's a pediatrician. They live in Seattle. Huh. Kind of expected them to be dead. Oh, he's had an affluent upbringing. Oh my God, are you saying you are surprised that the rich guy is now born from parents who are also rich? What a surprise. I would never have seen this shocking plot twist coming. How the... Are you... Why is this surprising to you, lady? That's right up there with saying, oh yeah, my mom was addicted to crack, so I was born a crack baby. Also, I'm addicted to crack because I was born a crack baby. And you're like, oh my God, people addicted to crack are addicted to crack. I would never have seen this coming. What a shocking twist. I already mentioned I regret not having something stronger. I am really regretting it now. What do your siblings do? Elliot's in construction, and my sister... I have no idea who's speaking right now. Sister is in Paris studying cookery under some renowned French chef. His eyes cloud with irritation. Oh, this is his family. Oh, he has a family. Huh. He doesn't want to talk about family or himself. I hear Paris is lovely, I murmur. Why doesn't he want to talk about his family? Is it because he's adopted? Okay, that's cool. It's beautiful. Have you been? Have you been? That's not even a turn of phrase. That's just stupid. Have you been implies, are you still existing in the past? No, she hasn't, because nobody is this stupid. I am fully convinced this is actually all in Christian Grey's head. This is his psychic delusion. And I do mean psychic because apparently it reads everybody's mind. He's physically insane, and he's projecting it on everyone. This is actually a giant magical realism book right now. I'm perfectly okay with believing that because that belief is less painful. I've never left mainland USA because everyone on mainland USA calls it mainland USA, not just the States, because that's British who says that. Or, hey, I've never left here, or I've never left this country, or I've never left this state. Everyone calls it mainland USA. That's what literally happened. It's been a word. I'm already pissed off again. So now we're back to Balanides. When did you ever leave that? What is he hiding? Apparently any interest in you. But apparently it's there. Hidden under all the not giving a fuck. To Paris, I squeak. This is throw me. Who wouldn't want to go to Paris? People who don't want to go to Paris, obviously. Of course I can see. But it's England that I'd really like to visit. Yes, because everyone wants to go to a place where you will expect to get drunk and pass out. Okay, considering what we know about this girl already, that is probably the reason she wants to go. Here, the food's good. Which is weird considering the reputation. He cocks his head to one side, running his index finger across his lower lip. Oh my. Because everyone knows doing this is apparently a massive turn on. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be gifts of like, oh, dearie me. Caboose Gaming, I am trying not to get triggered by every line. The problem is I'm only succeeding in not getting triggered by every word. And it's failing. It's failing so much. Like I'm literally on the last 2 pages right now, and this is not getting easier, I should add. Because, I blink rapidly, concentrate, steal. It's the home of Shakespeare, Austen, the Bronte sisters, Thomas Hardy. I like to see the places that inspired those people to write such wonderful books. On behalf of Shakespeare, Austen, Bronte sisters, and Thomas Hardy, I would like to apologize that you had any part to do with this book in the sense that you were named. I feel that on just the case of old dead people, you are probably going to be reanimated in the future and find out about this. And just for posterity, I apologize on behalf of the English-speaking language. You did not need to go through that. It was uncalled for, and I do apologize. All this talk of literary great. What talk? You literally had seconds. Remind me that I should be studying. I glance at my watch. I better go. I have to study. For your exams. Yes, they start Tuesday. Where's Miss Kavanaugh's car? In the hotel parking lot. I'll walk you back. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you for the tea, Mr. Gray. He smiles. He's odd. I've got a whooping big secret smile. Because that's what... You're welcome, Anastasia. It's my pleasure. Come. Mind, gutter. It's an improvement. He commands and holds out his hand for me. I take it, bemused, and follow him out of the coffee shop. We stroll back to the hotel, and I like to say it's in companionable science. He at least looks his usual calm, collected self. As for me, I'm desperately trying to gauge how our little coffee morning has gone. Terribly boring. That's how it has gone. I feel like I've been interviewed for a job, but I'm not sure what for. Yeah, that's probably the interview right there. You're just boring enough and without any connections enough people that if anything happens to you, you won't be missed. Do you always wear jeans? He asks out of the blue. Mostly. He nods. We're back at the intersection across from the road to the hotel. My mind is reeling. What an odd question. I'm aware of our time together is limited. That is it. This was it, and I've completely blown it. I know. Perhaps he has someone. Do you have a girlfriend? I blurt out. Oh, that's her speaking, apparently. I'm glad I knew that one. I blurt out. Holy crap, I just said that out loud. He quirks his lips and half smile. He peers down at me. No, Anastasia, I don't do the girlfriend thing. He says softly, oh, what does that mean? He's not gay. Or maybe he is. He must have lied to me in this interview. Oh, that monster lying to a school newspaper. Unforgivable. And for a moment, this think he's going to follow up with some explanation, some clue to his cryptic statement, but he doesn't. I have to go. I have to try to reassemble my thoughts. I have to get away from him. A walk forward. I trip, stumbling headlong into the road. Shit, Anna! Well, at least we're understanding her character equally well. And she was hit by the car at the end. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to do this anymore. I wish. He tugs my hand, holding so hard that I fall back against him. As a cyclist, it's just a bike. Narrowly misses me, heading the wrong way up this one-way street. It's a bike. Nobody fucking cares. It's not even a car. Oh my god, she almost got hit by a bike. That would be so bad because then something interesting might happen. It's not even a car. Also, I would like to say I don't blame the author for this book. I blame all the editors at... Let's see. Random House? Are you fucking serious? I blame all the editors at Random House for letting this get by them. Because, you know, first drafts of fan fiction stories are shit. First drafts of every story are shit. Editors are literally supposed to go in and tell you, this is shit, here's how you fix it. Who did they not hire to do this? Or were they literally like, we can make so much money because people will buy it even if it's absolute shit? Oh, that's literally probably why they realize it's absolute shit, but they'll make money off it, so they literally have to invest nothing. Okay, that actually makes sense. It's all happening so fast. 1 minute I'm falling. The next I'm in his arms and he's holding me tightly against his chest. I inhale clear, wholesome scent. I'm going to ignore this one. He smells of freshly laundered linen and some expensive body wash. Okay, when you say freshly laundered, I'm going with, okay, he's rich. Oh, he smells like money laundering. Ha! Because money's actually not made of paper. It's a form of linen, cotton blend. Yeah, that's actually a thing. Yeah, knowledge. It's the only good thing we're going to get out of this. It's intoxicating. I inhale deeply. Oh, so you're drunk too off smells. Let's go with it. Are you okay? He whispered. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, she was nearly looked at by a bike. Going the wrong way on a street that no one else is on. I mean, dear god, can you imagine? It's like, oh my god, break. Oh wait, I'm a bike. I'm around them. Okay, so Joey, she's worth $95 million, and they couldn't have put aside $1 million for someone to edit this. Almost done. Last paragraph. Just gotta make it through a paragraph. Okay, his thumb brushes my lower lip, and his breath hitches. His breath? What the hell? He's staring into my eyes, and I hold his anxious, burning gaze for a moment. Or maybe it's forever. No, it's a moment, and nobody fucking cares. That's an overused trope, which also makes it the best thing written so far. But eventually my attention is drawn to his beautiful... Okay, you're staring at his mouth. And for the first time in 20 years, I want to be kissed. I want to feel his mouth on mine. Okay, so apparently she's literally had no sexual experience in her entire life until this point. Let's go with that. And that is chapter 3. I'd say thank you for watching, but I think at this point we all need to just go and forget this ever happened. I have issues with this. I have significant issues with this. I agreed to do it, and I will eventually get around to deleting it from rewards. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm now going to do everything in my power to make this not a memory. I have a limited amount of time before short-term memory becomes long-term, and I will make sure to utilize that window to fix that. For everyone else, thanks for watching. I'm sure you got a bigger kick out of it than I did, because I would actually like to be kicked right now very hard in the head. Please. God. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, and if it just see you guys later. Oh God. Just why?